brush for safe? I can't remember. This man will disgrace you. You don't want me. Yeah. Sexy love what she. Okay, yes, be a bomb. Thank God. Hey. They wanna shake things up, but we got it under control. Yeah. They thought I was all shook up, but I got it. Yeah. And I'm on the roll. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. I am excited because I am going to be filming today a Get Ready With Me. I'm going to be using this AVOUR palette. I don't know if you can see it. I really love this palette so much. Like, I just got it last year and it is amazing. This is the like packaging and it's crazy. Crazy. I barely want to use this, and it is very, very pigmented, and it smells like chocolate. And also my Who's That Girl eyeshadow palette. I use my Nivea cream because it is a very, very good moisturizer, and it helps. Like, it's very thick and it's like it just hydrates the skin. I'm done with the moisturizer. I use the Nivea for my I use the Nivea to moisturize my face. Today's video is going to be a story time, and I'm going to be telling you guys about how I was attacked. How do I say it? Anyway, today's video is going to be a story time of how I was almost robbed and almost killed in an accident. I was traveling. It's a lot. So basically, before I go into the story time, like, I'm going to be using, I still use classic. A lot of people like us still use classic. So I realized that this one is a bit light, so I'm going to be using HD10 and CF03. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I'm going to be using this one. So this one is a bit darker than this one, so I'll mix the two of them. This one is, they say, is HD mattifying. Okay, and yes, be a bomb. Thank God. Liquid. What is the difference? I don't get it. But I will be mixing them to get my achieved color. So I will start with this one, the darker one. So I'm just going to, like, you know, I don't want to use too much. One time, what year was? I can't remember the year. Oh, at this time, I was supposed to go to write post-shooting in my hair is not showing. I was going to write post-shooting for a uni, and I think it was Illinois. I wanted to go to Illinois to study law at the time. I was on like, okay, and that was like my first time traveling alone and traveling like on my own. My mom was like, no, just let her go so that she can have life experiences, blah blah blah. I've never really told this story. Okay, my friends know about this story, but like I never really actually like said out this story before. Like I've never really told anybody. What is this brush for safe? I can't remember. I'm not a makeup girl, but I love makeup. And my mom was like, no, just let her travel, blah blah blah, and that's how she can, you know, get to know, have life experience. And anyway, in case you guys don't know, Illinois is in Kwara State. Is a very good university. Basically, it was on a Sunday when I was traveling, and like my mom had already dropped me in the park, and I was going with one of my classmates. His name is Amos, and this guy is very reserved and like very, very cool. Like my mom already like knew him, so when we sat together, and his mom was also there, my mom, we're all there and like just talking. My mom was like, Amos, when you guys are traveling, Isha wants to sleep on your head, on your shoulder. Allow her to sleep on your shoulder, yeah? So like my mom was just basically telling him to take care of me and all. So on our way now, started moving, and he was not like, am I comfortable? Like I just wanted to take care of me and saying, okay, am I comfortable? Do I want to like exchange seats with him? Because I was sitting at the window because I felt like I needed, like I always get road sick and I throw up and like get nauseous. So I had to stay by the window so that breeze will continually be blowing me because it's crazy. When he asked me if I wanted to switch seats, I was like, no, I'm fine. I just want to sit by the window. So as we were going now, we're not even like, at the time I was still living in Kaduna. We've not gotten far. We're already like, we're just like outskirts of Kaduna at the time. I've not gotten that far. I started hearing shooting. That kilo shele, kilo. So like the way the car went is like in the park they go with like a bunch of. We sharks don't go at once. If they're going like with 3 cars with like 3 or 4 buses basically. So all these white buses. So when we now there, I was hearing shooting. We were just shooting. So like our own car was at the car at the back. I did not understand what was going on. I was not looking at them. So I'll use this sponge. It's so spongy. Like our driver was just speeding because it was like they were terrorists and they wanted to like attack us and shit. So my driver was like basically just driving fast. He didn't stop compared to the other driver. He didn't stop. He kept on going. So apparently there was a soldier, like an actual real soldier in that car, and immediately he noticed that okay, these people, they are not who they claim to be. Oga started looking for his properties in his bag, looked for his ID card, his uniform, and just started moving it because he knew that if it was later we found out that he told us that if they should know that he's actually a soldier, they would kill him instantly. Driver now like passed the whole, like past the, we shall like drove driving to pass there. So that was how this thing okay, so I'm going to be using this as concealer next. I don't know. Can you see it? At the window, I was not looking at the person that was shooting. So one woman in the car, and apparently most of the people that were in the car at the time were going for the same shooting. So there were some girls that they came with their mom. So the mothers were the ones that basically just like took care of us and like just protected all of us in the car. Not really, like just cared for us basically. So me, I was not looking at the shooting because I was really not understanding what was going on. So this woman just dragged me down like, don't look at the person. Remember I said Amos was my friend from school, the one that sat close to me. That was how we not past there now. I was hearing what's in the apple. Only for me to now look, I just saw Amos's flesh on my hand, like his literal flesh. And I'm like, And to show you how reserved and quiet this guy is, like I say he doesn't even like speak loud. Like that's how he was just moaning because he was in fucking pain. And like when I saw flesh on my hand, I was in shock. I couldn't even scream or do shit. Apparently, by the time we realized what happened, when I was saying, Amos, what's wrong with you? Apparently, he was shot. So, he was still close to me. But I don't understand how God protected me, but all thanks to God, I was saved. So, he got shot on his lap and on his butt, like, I think on his left butt or something like that. They kind of, like, rushed him to they just, like, put pressure on it, rushed him to the nearest hospital. Like there was blood everywhere, and the worst part was the guy in the front seat, like close to you know, there's like all these public buses now, the white ones. There's like 3 people that can sit in the front: the driver, the middleman, and the other man by the door. So the middleman, there was one bread. There's there's one bread in Kaduna they sell. I don't know if any of you guys stay in Kaduna or you know this bread. You probably have it in Abuja too, but like, the bread is called 212 bread. So that bread is so. That bread is so. Anyways. So the man bought like 3 of that bread. He now put it on the dashboard. You guys will not believe that this man was shot straight in his forehead, like this thing like this, jaw it out, straight. I say Oluwa o ma se o. Now so person for those good don't die. Like it's the way God protects us for me. Like we don't really know if God should open our eyes to the things that He protects us against. We'll just anyways, so that was how this man was shot. They shot him in his eye like this, straight in his forehead. So the blood, his blood spilled on the bread everywhere. Like it was on the bread. Before I go on my story, I heard that like when you apply your concealer, you're supposed to let it dry. He just got married and he died. Like apparently, I think he was going home to meet his wife, or he traveled or something. He was going home to meet his wife or something like that. My friend Amos, mind you, Amos is my classmate from secondary school. They rushed Amos to this thing. They rushed him to the nearest hospital. The hospital, very disgusting, blood everywhere. Like I need you guys to understand that this place that we were attacked, we've not even left Kaduna. We were in the outskirts of Kaduna when we were attacked. So it was basically villages. All these villages, it was basically just villages. And the place, I couldn't, immediately we got to the entrance, I couldn't enter because I almost threw up. Like I'm not even joking. I almost literally, because blood everywhere was just like, I did like a blood bath, basically. My hair is so fine. Everything was just like a blood bath. I'm like, So we should have called Amos's mom. She came to pick him, so we had to continue the journey, but apparently we couldn't like get to our destination. I think we get to our destination eventually. So it was already getting dark and everything. Can you see the difference? Like when you let it stay for a while, you can see the difference. So we couldn't get to our destination. We couldn't continue the journey. So that day I slept in a mosque. Mashalashi, that's where I slept. My mom was so worried, like she was just scared. And apparently before we left the whole shooting scene and everything, she was calling me. And that, you know, if you remember, I said that day was a Sunday, and like my family went to church. I was the only one on the road traveling and all. So my mom was just calling me, but I couldn't pick because the women in the car, like obviously their mothers, and they know if they were the one in the shoes, they would like feel. They will share a bit stitch. And I asked the woman, my mom is calling me, can I pick and tell her what happened or what's going on? The woman said no, I should calm down first, let the whole thing, let's just leave where we are before am I supposed to consider? So we're not like, the woman was not like, I should not call yet, but let's just leave where we are, you know. So that night I slept in Mashalashi. Like it's not like okay, they arranged it or they did hotel for us or something, or they arranged it that okay, men will stay here. We slept together, all of us. We slept on one big mat, Mashalashi, that night. And like I made new friends and all, but like it was a very, very traumatizing experience for me because I was shot at and I wasn't even flinching. Like I didn't flinch. Like that was I don't know if I'm saying it right. But like I didn't move, I wasn't moved. Like the me that I know, I would have been fucking scared, I would have been freaked out and shit. But I was fine. And funny enough, I even videoed like the whole scene and everything. I videoed it so that my parents can see. And like, oh, so this is what happened in that place. Oh my god, this is so nice. It looks so nice. To leave it to dry. Anyways, so I was like, is there not another place people can sleep? How will you sleep in a mosque? What if you? And funny enough, I always love Muslim people because they are so accommodating. Like they have the best hospitality. I don't have a lot of Muslim friends, but I have some Muslim friends, and they are so loving. They are so accommodating. And the thing was, that place that day, like they were so, you know, normally like. You don't know these people, they just came that they want to sleep. We did not even need to explain much to them. It was Java that did most of the talking, so we just slept there and they were so nice. They even offered us food. I could not eat because I know if they chop it and I know make I not go the purge. So that was what happened now. We shall like my position was the next day. So if I had gotten to the day that I set out to travel, I would have been able to rest the night, then the next day I'll write my exam. So eventually, how we did was that we literally had our baths in the mocks, got ready, then we went to shoot. Anyways, we got ready, then I went to take my bath, then we shall the driver just took us straight to Uni from, so it's not like you don't have time to read because everybody was traumatized, but it wasn't really obvious. We were just trying to move past what had already happened. I wrote the exam, it was fine, sure. It wasn't anything, but in this reason, the palette, so pigmented. I stayed with my uncle. My uncle has a house in Ilorin. They brought my uncle's house was now my house was very, very big, and I'm he's not even around. He was in Abuja at the time, so he was I should just stay. I just told my uncle that I can't stay there. I'm already coming from a very, very traumatizing experience, so please, I'd like to stay somewhere that I would be looked after and I will not run mad, basically. My uncle told me to go to his sister-in-law's house in Tanke. So that was where I was. That was after my exam. That night in my uncle's sister-in-law, a student's lodge or a student apartment or something like that, the area. So a lot of students are around the place. So that was how, in the night that I finished watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians now. And I say, okay, make I go sleep. Only for me to just realize that, come on. Okay, I think I slept off. It was around 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning, or 2. 3, basically. And I slept with my laptop and my phone by my side. That was how, I don't know how God just woke me that day. So I'll be using this color and this. Should I use this one? I opened my eye, I just saw one guy at the window. Because the room I was in was a small room. And it's kind of windows you have to open it from outside and lock it. Then it has a window, you can slide it down. It's not all those slides. It's you open it from outside, you lock it like this. Used one big plank. He used the plank. He was using the plank to drag laptop. And mind you, my laptop and my phone was on my laptop, so there's no way he dragged it everything has gone together. So it's not I think you use the laptop, you can take phone later. It was a package deal. I don't know how God woke me that day. I just woke up. I mind you, I had not recovered from the whole journey trauma. I just kept on dragging the laptop. I was just thinking, I said, God, please help me, because I don't want a situation whereby this man will have a gun. I don't know what he has on him. A knife, a gun, whatever. Maybe you go use it and choke me. Or shoot me or something. You understand? So I was really scared. And the fact that I was, it's so cute, it's like clouds. The fact that I was composed in that kind of situation was a lot, because I was so worried that I was that calm. Do you understand? I'm usually never that calm. I just think I say, Holy Spirit, help me. What do? I really don't want this man to do anything to me. I don't know what he has. So I'm just using myself on this sponge. I don't know what he has on him, be it a knife, be it a gun, whatever. And his hand's already literally in the window. The man will calm down. He will wait first. He will wait. He will stop at the inside. He will also wait again. He will allow me to adjust all my adjusting. So I did. He will wait. He will continue dragging it again. I say, God, what I want to like this guy? What I want to do this thing? God, make him no go shoot. Make I no go die like this. God. I say I just think from I say, God, I beg, God, I beg. Summon courage. I was just thinking that what I do, but I didn't want to go and come out of the bomb. So I was just thinking of the right thing to do and all. So then after a while, when I said that already going half on the day, making everybody they go drag and collect and they go. but I like held the stick and I just held on like, hey, I'm like, hey, he just ran away. And I left out a very important detail. At the time when the guy was dragging the thing, I was not even wearing blanket because that night it was hot and like I was really in the room obviously, and I'm like, this room is still hot and there was no lights. I say, God, which kind of heat be this? The man ran you. My uncle's sister-in-law, she had her brother living with her at the time, so I just ran to his room. What's that his name? Is it Uncle Wale? Is it Uncle Wale? I can't remember his name. I ran to his room. Uncle Wale. I was just stuttering, saying shit, just went to check before I ran out. Went to see if you could find the guys and like asked the neighbors. Apparently they already stole from other flats before they even stole some people's giant TV. And it was so sad because my friend Amos, he's a good person and he doesn't deserve that. But bad things happen to good people. So I believe. And mind you, that's the whole bullet thing that happened to Amos. His mom had to like take him back to Kaduna for treatment and stuff like that. I would have to conceal these brows, but I don't know what my plan is with these brows. For a whole year, Amos still had these bullets in his body because the doctor said that they can't take out the bullets if what's the word? That is going to like ruin his body if you take out the bullet. So they have to leave it there. So he like, my lips are so chapped that they will just be, what's the word? They'll be you shall begin for treatment. They'll be injecting the bullet, then to be coming out on his own. I can imagine the kind of money that his parents will be spending on that thing. And I just imagine how much pain he was in that day. Like, it was so crazy because like, so bad that someone will be in pain and you can't even express yourself. I don't know if you get the narrative. Like, he was in that much pain that he couldn't even shout. I've never seen that person in my life. I go take cloths, I go scream because it's a lot. A fucking bullet in your body. Like, it wasn't just one, it was like 2 bullets, like shooting thing when it happened there. You can imagine when he said I should exchange seats with him at the time. I just thought that this is how God saves his children that he loves. Because at the time, if I had exchanged seats with Amos, only God knows what would have happened. I'm seeing square in my backyard. I just felt bad because it could have been me in that condition. That time was basically like the peak of my career. And that was where I ended up playing for Abuja team in the league before I got into school. There was this day that everybody went out and left me home in that same house. So that was how I was just basically in a lot of pain emotionally because like any single noise I hear, even if it's lizard that pass, I'll be so scared. I'm like, why would I be in this much pain and fear? I can't stay here no more. I'm going to go crazy because it's a lot. Next, I will be doing my eyeshadow. I don't know. And just for the base. When the whole thing happened, I was just grateful to God that I was fine and I was okay. Although I had a lot of PTSD. I was traumatized. I was madly traumatized. But here I am today. I am so happy to be alive. You can't do like orange. Opa. Know your self-worth and have like a plan B. Because this man will disgrace you. You always say, oh, I want a guy that's tall. I want a guy that's, has 6 figures, has money. He must know how to treat a woman, blah 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 and stuff. I also feel like that's how men also look for their own women. Be goal oriented. She must be sexy. She must have like a nice peach butt shape, blah blah blah, flat stomach and shit. It is the same exact way a guy would also be looking for a girl, they should have like self-worth, they should have a job, they should have like a career, they should just want to be somebody. Because everybody wants to be associated with somebody that is somebody. And I like a dark demon.
Yeah. Sexy love, what she need. Grip. Round bit. Next day, we go do it for your place.
Ooh, okay. I see you, pretty Barbie. So I'm going to have to be fast before the song goes down.
Girl, baby, I'm never gonna leave. Baby, you don't want me. Love got me highlight.
Chiama's album is just that. You enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and do all that good stuff. Period.